Hold on.
Hey, good afternoon, and welcome back once again to TVC Talk, episode number 5. I'm Bobby Miller. As always, this guy here on my right is David Kircher. He is the president of TVC Marketing.
TVC Marketing, yes, I am.
You're doing great, aren't you?
Motor Club
You
America.
always are. You're doing it.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good,
Thank you
good.
for asking. I'm so glad that we get to do this again, and people are still chiming in. So I already have, look at this, a stack of questions left over that we didn't get to do last time.
Were those the hard ones we told?
We just kind of
put them at the back.
Stuck those away. So we're going to start off with some basic questions that we hear a lot of that people want explained, and then we're going to get to your questions. And you can chime in at any time you want with your question or comment or just saying hello. We like those too. So thanks for tuning in today. First thing we're going to talk about. Do I have to be licensed to sell MCA? How do I become licensed? And do I ever have to renew my license?
Yes.
All of the above.
Yeah, well, the middle one, we need to tell them where to go. But yes, you do have to be, not in every state, but there are, I believe, 21 states in which you're required to be licensed to sell Motor Club products. It's kind of like an insurance license, but it's not near as extensive to get licensed. When you come on and you sign up to be an associate, we will direct you through that process. If you're from a state that does not require a license, we'll tell you so. If you are, we'll tell you how much you have to pay and what's required in there. Then you can make a determination about whether you want to go forward or not. Some states, the licensing fees are minimal. Texas, it's $10. But in other states, for example, California, it may be $192 and some change. And you have to get fingerprinted in California. So there's different states require different things. Now, where do you go to do that? Like I said, when you sign up to be an associate, we take you through an enrollment process as an associate. And we take you through the process of saying, okay, here, you print this out. This is your license form. You need to fill it out. You need to respond, send this to the state. So we tell you, and we give you the opportunities to pay for it along the way. If you want to pay for it, then we show you how to do that and give you opportunities to do that. So, and renewals, yes, you'll be notified if you need to renew your license annually. A lot of them sometimes are annual renewals. So it is, that's what goes along with selling, licensed and important products. That's what we do. Okay,
now once they're on board, where do they find training?
They can go to tvcmarketing.com. If you go to tvcmarketing.com, even if you don't log on, even though you have not become an associate yet or become a member yet, you can go on there and you can see licensing, you can see training information. You just click on the tabs and it says on the side, there's some little things there, learn more, and you can go there and click on those and it will tell you about the marketing plan, which is very important. It's how you get paid, right? If you want to sell, you probably need to know how you get paid, and we tell you that there. Okay, it tells you about the products, it tells you about how to recruit, it tells you about how to build a team. All of that is at tvcmarketing.com.
Okay, now once they're on board and everything, and this has to do with their own personal marketing, how do I let people know I'm selling MCA?
Okay. Bobby, how did you let people know that you had a baby?
I announced it to everyone in every way I could. Social media, word of mouth, my neighbors. I mean, I just blabbed it everywhere.
Exactly. And we have links on tvcmarketing.com, right? That talk about selling the MCA product. You can clip the link. You can post it on Facebook. You can post it on Instagram. You can post it on LinkedIn. There's several different
countless ways.
Yeah, Pinterest I think as well. But
sure.
There are several different ways you can post these things that say, "Hey, come buy my product." You can also take the link and email it to all your friends. You can buy email lists if you want to do that and email it to them, as long as you're not. Yeah. You need to comply with the laws, but. Right. Associated with the email list, but once you do that, there's a lot of ways to let people know.
Lots of good ideas.
Yeah.
Are you ready to hit some of their questions? We like this. We have a stack. Ooh, right here.
Now, if I clear my throat, it's not that I am nervous about the answer. It's the fact that I actually have a little tickle. Well, it's allergies. It's fall. Fall's bad for me.
Very windy outside today.
It is.
Okay, the first one comes from Maurice Trimble Jr. Is there a limit to how many members/customers we can refer in any given week or month?
Yes.
Yes. And the answer is?
Well, there's 300 million people in the United States, okay? And we're limited to the United States and Canada. So once it exceeds the number of people in that state, that's the limit on what you can do in 1 week.
Yeah. Sky's the limit, basically.
Right.
That's what you're telling them.
I'm saying there's For all practical purposes, no, there's not a limit.
Yeah, Maurice, go crazy.
Yeah.
That's the answer. Okay, Pam Cleeken writes, will MCA supply brochures, flyers, etc. for associates to advertise?
You know, we have a website location where
we wrote it down for you.
Yeah, okay, good.
Just to make sure we got it
TVC
right.
MCA, I'm going to turn it around like this so they can see it. No, they can't see that. Okay. TVC MCA EMES, oh, that's
yes.
EM store.
Yes.
EME store.
Yeah.
TVC MCA dot
EME store.
Yeah, EME store.
.com. We got it. Okay.
.com. That's where you go. It's, you know, we're going to post it. We'll post it on the bottom of this thing so you can see it. But you can go there and you can buy. Do you like this?
Yes.
You can buy shirts. You can buy. Business cards.
Yes.
Things like that.
Anything
you can
you
do.
need.
Yeah. You can go to that store and
Sport
see what you you can get what you need there. If you don't have it, you can make a suggestion. Maybe we can create it so that you can have it available. Okay.
And we want to say hi to Carrie Ain. She's joining us. And
Hi,
thank
Carrie.
you if you're just joining us for the 5th episode of TVC Talk. I'm Bobby Miller with David Kirscher. And the question that Carrie Ain wants to know has to do with families. Will you ever offer a family membership? Because she wants to add, oh, I'm sorry, it's a boy, Carrie. Carrie with a Y. Bobby with an IE understands. Carrie with a Y.
Yes, she does.
Okay, I want to add my wife to my membership.
Well, we have memberships available for, I mean, here's what you can do, okay? We have 3 different memberships. So we have a $9.95 membership, we have a $14.95 membership, and a $19.95 membership, okay? You know, there's 100-mile tow on the $19.95 membership. You have up to 100 miles. There's towing to the nearest servicing facility on the $9.95 and the $14.95 programs. So you can, I mean, for another $9.95, you can have one for your spouse. Okay? It's
All
not
right.
It's not a difficult task, but that way it just keeps things succinct. We can have information with regard to your vehicles and things of that nature that help that allow us to give you the best service possible.
Okay, so Carrie, there you go. There's your answer for
I
that.
guess talking
then.
too fast.
No, you did fine. Carrie with a Y. Thank you for writing in. Brian Christie, this is from the last episode. I'm sure he's back with us today. I have advertised all over Facebook. We were talking about this and still have not received one commission. Is there something I'm missing? This is somebody feeling discouraged.
You know, it was Brian.
That's tough. Brian Christie.
Brian, hey Brian,
Yes,
listen.
sir.
There's a bunch of different ways to sell this product, okay? The whole point is you've seen success by people who are selling on Facebook. And what they've done is they spent a lot of time discerning and learning how to do that. They've also have other ways that they do it. They may do it through Instagram, Snapchat, just different ways that they have reached a bunch of people. You know, there's some people that are doing this and they're trying to sell, but they may have to contact 10,000 people to get one sale.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. If you're like me, who has 173 friends on Facebook, I'm not going to reach 10,000 people, okay? The way I prefer to sell is I prefer to do it what's called belly to belly. And we don't stick our bellies together, but what I'm saying is I go talk to somebody, I share the benefits with them, I create a need, a want, and a desire for the product, okay? You can do this anywhere. I mean, in casual conversation, you can bring things up. Hey, listen, I just started a business. My business is selling Motor Club America. Let me show you what that is. That's how every insurance agent in the world does it day to day. We don't sell insurance, but it's a similar type process.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of different ways. Don't concern yourself with the fact that you may not have the assets to do marketing on Facebook. If you know, some of the most successful people have, like Gerardo, we talked about Gerardo and Javier that we talked about last week. Javier has 200,000 Snapchat followers. Okay,
right.
Well he's got an asset you don't have. Now, I'm just saying, go with what you know how to do. That's
right.
what you want to do.
Right. Who's around you?
Sure.
Okay, so I like this one. Deshanta Nichols says, I've been looking forward to this all week.
Okay, good, Deshanta. I'm glad
so we
you're
got to say
here.
hi to her today.
Yeah.
She wants to know, what is the best way to promote the benefits side of this?
Well, we kind of did that the other week when we created the If You Were My Savings Counselor story.
Yeah.
In other words, if you'll remember what I did is I asked you, I said, how much would you charge me if we did all these things? And I went through every one of the benefits. I said, how much would you charge me if I asked you to tow me anytime I had a car breakdown, And if I went in the hospital, you had to pay me $150 a day in hospital indemnity. We went through the whole list, right?
Yeah.
And when we got done, right, I asked Bobby, how much would you charge me to do that? And Bobby said $10,000 a month or something like that, okay? The whole point is we do it for $19.95. So what you want to do is you need to create a need, a want, and a desire. And you do that by taking someone through the prospect of these are the benefits. What are they worth to you? How much would you charge to do this for somebody?
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly. And take them through that so that you will create that need and the want and the desire that you're talking about. So this is down to business, this question. Okay. Where can associates download paperwork? Where do they upload completed paperwork?
Well, that's in the process on tvcmarketing.com.
Okay.
You can go on there. And the associate enrollment process, okay, when you're going through that process, it allows you to upload your paperwork. And you say, well, where do I download the paperwork that I need to upload to you? And the whole point is when you became an associate, you received a new associate kit. Okay? It came to you. If you don't have it or you've lost it, it came to you in the form of email and text, either and or both. Okay? And if you lost it and you can't print it out, then you need to let us know, and you can chat to us, you can tell us, and we'll do it, send it to you again. It's very easy for us to send it to you. It's a click of a button, and we'll resend it to you. So you can get those forms.
Easy.
And you can fill them out, and you can upload them during the enrollment process. Okay?
We have a few shout outs before our next question.
All right.
Okay, so Jason wrote in, hey Dave, how are you two doing today?
How are we doing?
We got to say hi to Jason.
Hi, Jason. It's chilly here, hence the fleece. It's not chilly chilly here today in Oklahoma. So, yeah.
But not so chilly that you need to leave, without, I don't know. Is it really that cold outside?
Well, it depends how far you're walking. Right?
Yeah.
My wife this morning walked 4.5 miles.
Whoa.
This morning. Before
go-getter.
the lights came up.
Wow,
that's called, the sun.
Go get it. Yeah, sure.
Before it came up, she is. She went out and she walked. She's a walker.
It feels good out there. It's windy. It's a cool wind.
Right.
Okay, Sparta Chris. Hey everyone, just saying hi to
Sparta.
Sparta
How you
today.
Doing?
And Anthony $40 guy Holman says, hey. I know that's how he's saying it
$40
too.
guy.
The way that's
way to
written
go,
there.
Anthony.
Okay, so here we go. Back to our questions. What online and in-person promotional items does MCA offer to associates? We gave them that website. So hopefully if you didn't catch that, just kind of rewind and listen to that again, okay? And then can we go to this biggie? What are some realistic goals for a new sales associate?
Okay. Here's a thought. It's not a unique thought, but here, if you don't have any goals, it's very hard to hit them, okay? You can't expect to wake up one morning and be independently wealthy, right? You can't expect to wake up one morning and the only time that ever happens, right, is if you happen to do the Publishers Clearinghouse, or you happen to buy a lottery ticket, or you happen to have a real rich uncle, right? How many of you have that? Raise your hand. No, not me. Okay, I don't either. Okay, so the whole point is, if you're going to succeed, you need to do that by setting a goal. So let's pick a goal. I'm not going to pick your goal for you, but I'm going to give you an example of a goal and what it takes to go through the process of making that goal a reality. Okay? So we're going to talk about GOATs. We've talked about fat people, faithful, available, trainable. Okay. That's what we call fat people.
Okay.
Faithful, available, and trainable. And now we're going to talk about fat goats.
Okay.
GOATs. Okay?
Hit us.
All right. So GOAT's an acrostic for goals, objectives, activities, time frames, and schedules. Okay? So let's say your goal is, I want to make $120,000 a year. That's my goal. I want to make $120,000 a year. How can I get there? Well, you can write it down on a piece of paper, and you can go to bed, and you can wake up tomorrow, and you can look at it and say, I want to make $120,000 a year. And you can go to bed, and you can wake up, and you can read it, and what's going to happen after a year? You're going to be making exactly what you made, because you haven't done anything other than get up and read it to accomplish the goal. So what you have to do is you have to break it into objectives. What does that mean? If I want to make $120,000 a year, that means I would need to make $10,000 a month. Right? And if I'm serious and I look at my marketing plan, I understand that the best way for me to make money is for me to meet all the qualifications that I need to meet. I need to have 36 PGV each month. What does that mean? Well, if you don't know what it means, you need to go read the marketing plan, because it's very, very, very important. Okay? So if I'm going to do that, if I want to get earned commissions and I want to get overrides, then I have to have 36 PGV each month. So I need to figure out what that means. And then I have to say to myself, okay, look, if I'm going to do this, how many sales can I make a week? Let's say on average I make 15 sales a week. If you take 15 sales a week times, it's $80 advance commission. You're not getting advance commission on every one of them. You're getting it on 75% of them. So what you're going to end up getting is somewhere in the neighborhood of $4,000 a month. Is about what you're going to get to. So, if you just make sales and you're making sales alone, you make 15 sales a week, you're probably going to make $42,000 a year. If I want to make 120, that means I got to come up with another $78,000
to make those goals. So
how am I going to do that? You need to write it out. How can I do that? Well, okay. I think David told me that if I get people to sell 10 a week on average, that person's going to make me $4,000 a year. Okay? So I need $78,000 more dollars. Okay? Yeah. So if I divide 4,000 into 78, it comes to about 20. So what I need to do then is I need to find and recruit 20 people, and I need to teach them how to do 10 sales a week, 10 to 15 sales a week. If I do that, I'm going to make $4,000 off each one of those 20 people, right? Yeah. Which is another $80,000. So now, hey, I've got a plan. But I still have to learn how to do that. I've got to study. I've got to stay up late at night. You've seen those commercials where people go to the University of, I can't mention the name, but they work hard at night. They try and get a degree. They work hard. You don't spell work P-A-J-A-M-A. You don't spell it pajama. You don't succeed by staying in your pajamas. Okay? You got to get up and go to work every day. You have a plan for what am I going to learn today? Objectives. Activities, those are the activities. What am I going to do to get me to my objective? And then I have to say, time frames. How long is it going to take me to learn that? And how am I going to schedule time to get those things accomplished? Right. Goals. You have goals, objectives, activities, time frames, and schedules.
That's good. Write that down. Listen to that again.
Yeah, and if you didn't have a pen, you need to get a pen next time so you can write this stuff down. Somebody may say something that's important. I don't know that it's me, but it's maybe Bobby, okay?
I just heard a lot of math in there.
I know. Well, you know what?
I was a math major.
I was a math major. And did you know, if you go through this process, you say you never use algebra? Remember how many times you said, I never use algebra. I don't know why I learned algebra in high school. Right. You will use algebra. I'm telling you. You may not know you're using it, but you will use it.
It's good for your brain to do that exercise.
It is.
That's what our teacher told us.
Did you like math?
No. But they said
Did you like science?
Do it.
Were you a social studies person?
I love social studies. Yeah, I did. Any of those kind of classes.
No, English, you liked English, though.
I loved English.
Yeah, well, English is kind of like math.
You not so, well, okay, in a different way.
All right.
Shannon Russell says, shout out from Lincoln, Nebraska. So, Shannon, thanks for tuning in to TVC Talk today. You can leave us a comment or question anytime you want. If we can't get to it today, we certainly will next time.
Cornhuskers.
Yeah, go Cornhuskers. I just signed up as an MCA associate. We got another question from Nameless.
Okay.
How long will it take before I can begin earning commissions? They're ready to get going.
Well, it depends on whether you are in a state that requires a license, right?
True.
If you're not in a state that requires a license, anything you sell this week will be paid to you next Friday. Okay? So it doesn't take long at all, a week. I mean, I don't know anywhere that you can go. If you need money and you want to go to work and you want to sell things, that you can get paid next week. If you're in a state that requires a license, it requires a license. So it takes a little bit longer process before you can start earning commissions.
And there's your advice. Audrey Daniels writes in, you're going to like this.
Okay. Thanks, Audrey.
Do associates and members get to meet you, David, and Mr. Coffee if they come to corporate?
I would say more than likely you'll get to meet me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have coffee.
Well, and you'll get to meet me, and you can meet Lynn, and you can meet Bailey, and you can meet a lot of our people in associate services that you probably talk to. So there's a lot of people that you can meet. So yeah, we're not loading up a bus of the planes, but yeah, if you get here, we're going to take care of you.
Exactly. Anything else that you want to tell associates? Any last bit of advice? We've answered a lot of questions, and again, you can always leave yours for next week, but we got to wrap up here. So any final closing comments?
I'm going to give you 2 more Virgilisms, okay?
You'll like these.
Okay. Get your pen out because this is important. Okay? Here's one thing. The way you make money is by doing things other people are not willing to do and doing it well. Okay? Let me tell you something. There's a reason why I don't go stand in the things that plumbers stand in, and that's why they make as much money as they make.
There you go.
Okay?
Yeah.
There is when you think about it, there are people that go out and do things that you wouldn't want to do. And if you set yourself apart and you go out and you spend the time like we talked about earlier, you stay up the late nights, you figure out what your goals are, you set a way to accomplish your goals, you figure out what kind of training you need. If you're not a salesperson, I would suggest you read some sales books, right? That would make sense. You want to learn how to sell, and you want to learn how people are coaxed into buying, because you have to have, right? What did we say?
A need, a want, a desire.
A need, a want, and a desire. You have to create that for people. That's great,
I'm
Bobby.
listening to you. You like that?
Okay, I do. All right. So that's one of them. If you want to make money, you need to do things other people are not willing to do, and you need to learn to do it well. Okay, that's one. The other thing is start now. Okay? Not tomorrow. Start now.
Right.
If you wait for tomorrow, if you wait for perfect conditions, this is biblical. If you wait for perfect conditions, you'll never get anything done. Ready, fire, aim. Don't wait for everything to come into focus. Go for it, get going, get started. That's another one.
Today. Those are good final comments right there.
Okay.
Hey, thank you once again for tuning in today. You can keep liking us on Facebook and checking out that page for updates, because we'll do another one of these TVC Talks episodes.
We're having fun.
It's so fun. I mean, and we're giving great advice.
And you're learning a lot.
I'm just soaking it all in.
I know. Math.
You know?
Math.
This is good. I don't want to go back to math class, though.
All right.
But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.